What's up, Spasmatics? My name is Phlypp. I just wanted to address an issue that's been a topic of conversation for as long as I can remember. And that's
violence in
video games.
Although there are many varieties and genres of video games, for the most part they involve some form of violence. Whether it's towards your enemies, animals, your friends, and even the innocent.
But the question on the matter is whether or not violence in video games results in violence IRL. Think about this. When you imagine a gamer, what do you see? Someone who's kind of nerdy, maybe they have a weight problem, maybe they're just off a little bit. Whatever the stereotype might be, for the most part, those in the gaming community are friendly, supportive, and overall good-natured. That may not seem that way mid-gameplay. But it's true. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, there could be a guy who thinks he's too cool for gaming and he is liable to punch somebody on the street because he got a stank look or something. Or the businessman who never touched the game in his life. He's liable to run around his office with a revolver because he didn't get that raise he thought he deserved. My point is, violence has been around with or without video games. And personally, I don't think there's a direct influence from video games that cause anybody to act out violently.
There have been plenty of articles and campaigns against violence in video games, but some of which have been completely ridiculous. Even in my childhood, there was a lot of controversy surrounding the Pokemon franchise.
They said it was a form of animal cruelty and they compared it to fighting. What? That's what it's called. Let me tell you a little secret here. I love that game series and I never once tried to catch my cat with a Pokeball. I'm just kidding, they're just ping pong balls. You don't believe me? Take a look.
What a pervert.
Don't even get me started on that Dead Space 2 ad campaign where when those old ladies were watching the gameplay and they're all freaking out about it. Oh man, when I saw it I was like, get that shit out of here. First of all, you're not supposed to be underage when you get a rated M game in the first place. Not that, I always played rated M games even when I was a kid, but
Oh, yeah, I'll show you my opinion. It's gross. I hated it.
Here's the thing, a lot of these games are being judged by people who've never touched the game in their life. And these same people are not as quick to judge violent movies. I've watched a lot of violent movies when I was growing up. Rambo, Terminator, Bloodsport, and nobody really kicked up any dust about it. So, I don't know, shouldn't they be judged the same way?
No wonder society is so corrupt.
Can I bare my soul to you real quick? I was actually more affected and influenced by the Mortal Kombat movie than the game it was based on. And the game was much more violent than the movie was. To tell the truth, we live vicariously through games in the moment. Once the system's off, it's back to reality. It's not like when I'm done playing Hitman, I'm gonna go out and kill people. I'm not stupid. I actually have an example of this situation, although it's a very depressing one. When I was growing up, I lived in a small town in Idaho, and my friends and I would play games like Doom, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil, and in school we'd talk about it. We'd talk about the gameplay, the storylines. Now, later on, in the early years of high school, one of my friends actually ended up bludgeoning his grandmother to death. And my question was, why did he turn out that way? We all played the same games. I became aware of some of the dark events that he experienced throughout his life after he was convicted, and he had it rough. He was psychologically scarred from it. Now, did that cause him to be overly influenced by movies or video games? I don't know. At the end of the day, if you are overly influenced by violent video games or violent movies, then maybe you should steer clear from them. But don't try to take that away from gamers who know it's just a game, or don't take away movies from people who know it's just a movie. Well, this is just my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to agree with me and a lot of people are going to disagree with me. It's probably going to be like that for all of time. I don't know. Since I have a gaming channel, I figured I might as well just put out a quick video. That's what it is. It's just opinion. Who's right and who's wrong, I don't know. I mean, me, I'm right, of course. But if there's anything that I need to get across, video games are just pixels, and that's all they are and ever will be. Stay spazzy, and I'll catch you on the flip side.